granniopteryx, she knows the truth, she's linking every link.
Hello, it's 2:00 in the morning. I've been trying to get to sleep for 4 hours and completely unsuccessfully because of this. I'm sorry about the language, ladies and gentlemen. What the actual fuck does this idiot think he's playing at? I mean, is it just that he's feeling very sour about Trump telling him off about the Chagos Islands? Is that the reason? Is it just a huge sulk that he's going through? Or does he think that he's mollifying the Muslim vote here in this country? The Muslim vote, which is all Sunni, by the way, or nearly all Sunni, whereas the Iranians are their mortal enemies, the Shiites. I don't know whether he thinks that this is going to make a difference. It's next to impossible to know what's going through that glove puppet's mind, but he's definitely a glove puppet for somebody. I used to make jokes of him, well, I still do actually, sort of looking like Max Headroom. When he first came onto the scene, I made a video in which I said, bloody hell, Max Headroom's let himself go, hasn't he? And because even then I had the idea there was something mechanical, automated about him. Well, what's going on here? Mechanical malfunction? Like X keeps dropping down on me every so often? Is that what's happening here? He's just had a shutdown of some sort. Iran is our enemy. Iran would explode a nuclear device in London if it could. Anytime. Iran is responsible for murdering thousands of its own people. I mean, I've heard figures like 3,000 and 30,000. And somebody else said maybe 90,000. I mean, the figures have been going up. I'm sure there's some exaggeration there, but, you know, even 100 would be too much, shooting civilians. And they're all unarmed civilians there in Iran. It's a terrible situation in Iran. It's a murderous, horrible situation, and they are killing their brightest and best, the bravest, the most creative, the most living of their citizens. And they're drafting in Hamas terrorists to shoot them down. Is there anything you can think of in a government worse than that? Is there any more murderous sadism than that? And it's not like British soldiers are going to be at risk here. But it wouldn't surprise me if Trump just said, all right, so you don't give me permission, we're going to shoot off from there anyway. And then that's going to completely break any relationship between Britain and America. Is this deliberate? Is he doing this to break? Well, I mean, he might think this is some great master plan, you know. I break relations with America and then we've got to go running to Europe with our tail between our legs because, well, there's nowhere else to go. America doesn't like us anymore, so we have to run into the arms of Europe at the least advantageous, with the least advantageous agreement possible. Maybe that is the answer. Maybe that's why he thinks he's being so frightfully clever in doing this. I know they make him look very sort of determined and angry there, but that's just Pamela Geller's photograph. You know, I've spoken about this, skewing the argument, you know, by choosing a particular type of photograph before now. But I do not understand what is behind those tiny little piggy eyes with the very expensive glasses in front of them. I cannot understand what's going on inside whatever passes for a brain inside that artificial skull of his. Anyway, look, there are going to be some North Americans who will be seeing this video. I want to apologise. I do not understand what this man is doing in my name. He's angry with Trump about the Diego Garcia thing, the Chagos Islands. He's angry with Trump. Is that what he's trying to do, to take off his anger with Trump? Or is it because he wants to show, I'm independent. If I let Trump use my jumping off point to attack Iran, then everybody's going to say that I'm Trump's poodle. Well, you're somebody's poodle. Well, what's it better to be? Rather that than von der Leyen's poodle. It's a betrayal of a friend and colleague. That is what I suppose I'm so angry about. Anyone who's followed my videos for a while will know that I get most angry about betrayals. And this really is a betrayal, to do this to a strategic colleague. When Britain went to the Falklands, it did so with the help of Ronald Reagan, who gave Britain, I'm sorry, it wasn't military help, it was surveillance help of some sort. It was that enabled the British forces to make such a success of what should have been, and it was a very risky campaign at that sort of long distance in that very short time frame. It was a brilliant campaign. Margaret Thatcher took a huge risk and she came out tops, and furthermore, that helped Argentina as well, because it ended up with this dreadful dictatorship that was ruling the country, kidnapping, murdering parents and kidnapping children. It was a terrible regime, and it fell because of what Margaret Thatcher did. And also the Eastern Bloc suffered when they saw how determined Britain was. Very shortly afterwards, the whole Soviet system started to crumble. It wasn't directly responsible for that, but it helped. It helped a great deal. And the British did the fighting, they did the risk-taking, and they had a strong and canny military capability. But it wouldn't have been successful if Ronald Reagan hadn't stepped up to the plate and helped Britain with the crucial information it needed. I don't know whether it was probably satellite information. But the fact is, we owe America a debt for that of gratitude. And now when America is in a similar position, he's done a runner. Well, I've told you before I've been embarrassed by this government, but now I don't know what's the deeper word for embarrassed. I'm just curling up in shame. And I'm so sorry. I'm sorry for my country. I'm sorry for all the Brits around me who are probably embarrassed by the same thing. I'm sorry for you Americans because my government has let you down. What more can I say? All right. Well, till next time. You can help my channel by subscribing and clicking the notification bell. That's quite important. And by sharing if you're so inclined. Links to my other channels and to donation methods are in the description. But the best way you can help is simply by clicking like and notify. Thank you.